Hello, I'm Barry John, and welcome back to Descent. I only have one co-pilot today. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Laylite, and I'll try and help keep us afloat.
I hope so. Well, welcome to level 5, and the game has stopped pulling out, it's actually pulling out the stops now. Welcome to the first room.
Yeah, so you've got the little guys, we've got the green hulks, and there's also a missile hulk in the corner, right in the start. Have fun.
Yeah. Missiles! There's no way to avoid the missile collateral damage in that hallway, so you just gotta grin and bear it.
Yeah, while Descent is technically a game you could probably play without ever taking any damage ever, it's, in practice, you're going to accumulate a lot of small hits, which is a huge problem in a huge level like this. You've got to be on your toes.
Oh yeah, which is why I'm pretty glad this guy dropped double shield upgrades. But yeah, oh man. And trust me guys, this is nowhere near as big, get out of my face! Big or twisty or convoluted as the levels are going to get.
Yeah, this is probably your first, well, maybe your third real test even. Level 3 was not easy at all either. So even though, the difficulty's been steadily ramping up as far as just, set pieces, the occasional set piece that's really hard, you're still getting a lot of practice with these similar corridor encounters. Just the stakes are a bit higher now.
Yeah. And of course, there is no ambushing these enemies in the game. But yeah, one of the things I wanted to point out, it actually was pointed out in the thread, and I don't know if everybody's read it yet. The game likes to save memory, because let's be honest here, this is a very big and complex game when you get down to it. But the game doesn't actually load the entire level at a time. It loads the currently active and as well as the adjacent rooms, abstract cubes in the game, in order to limit the amount of memory that's being used for what's being spawned in, what's active, and whatnot. Which is nice because technically, if I ran away far enough, I could cause this spawner to stop working simply by running away far enough that it leaves the active load zone.
But yeah, this is certainly a game, like, by this point in the game, they expect you to either get better at combat or get better at avoiding combat, which is an option now that the levels are more maze-like. There's more ways you can go.
And just gotta crush in this guy to grab the blue key, because...
yeah.
Oh, god damn it. At times like this, danger close on the missiles is a legitimate option.
Yeah.
But what isn't an option is the fact that I've only got 28 energy right now.
Yeah, running out of energy is a real problem once you get into these protracted firefights. And things won't always stay this accessible for long.
Oh man, this is such a... But hey, I'm not going to argue with being able to fire off guns while sitting inside an energy recharge field.
Now we've got an extremely angry missile.
Ooh! Yes! Yes!
Quad lasers!
And with this, my lasers are now literally are pretty much the best weapon in the game.
Yeah, certainly for one-on-one fights.
Oh, even for a bit of crowd control, because suddenly they're huge. Because now, instead of just firing off 2 lasers, I fire off 4 lasers. Which is, double the damage. And, of course, also requires that I hit my enemies.
I mean, I find that it's most important with just the little guys, who you only have to hit a couple of times. In that case, just saturation is your plan. But it's nice against the bigger enemies, too. Which, nonetheless, you probably still don't want to get too close to.
Yeah. Don't mind the completely superfluous spin there.
Look, everybody has to do an aileron roll at least once. It's part of graduation.
Very true. But I also just wanted to show that how all these passages tend to head back towards this initial room here. As you can see from the map, everything is doubling back and forth.
Yeah,
so there's no...
It's actually really helpful for navigation. You're going to appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I'm going up and down all these corridors simply because, I want to show them off. But you don't really need to. You can just pick one corridor, go down it, and that'll get you to where you need to go.
Yeah, it's always tough balancing, like, clearing out territory for safety and also not necessarily getting into a fight with absolutely everything in the mine.
Yeah. Also, being able to shoot a melee-only enemy through a grate is always great.
So let's see, now that you have the blue key, I forget if there's a yellow key in this level or not. It wouldn't surprise me if there was, but
I
certainly,
believe so.
It's just a matter of mapping everything out for sure.
Mm-hmm. And well, here's the thing about this game. Like, it was mentioned earlier that you don't need to hit, or don't need to destroy all the enemies. You just need to get to the reactor. Wait, no, that's not what I'm thinking of. You just need to get to the reactor, blow the reactor, and get out. Destroying the enemies is purely optional. So, what I'm doing is I'm trying to be quite thorough in my explorations of the level, just to show everybody where everything's at.
Yeah, I mean, getting lost is sort of intentional. It's part of the experience, but at the same time, like, that's also meant to be like a benefit for if you die in a level and you want to come back to it later, or if you just replay the level. Just knowing where to go can save you a lot of hassle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't even begun thinking about speedrunning this game. It's just...
Oh, those guys are maniacs. They know it like the back of their hand.
Well, they also abuse the fact that each of my 3 movement directions, forward, left, right, up, down, has independent speeds.
Oh yeah, you thought strafe running was fast? Try multi-cording.
Yeah. This is a... Oh. Beautiful. Okay, I got to admit, the corridor shooting is fun in this game, but this game really absolutely shines when you get these big open rooms with a little bit of terrain to duke it out in.
Oh yeah, that was a big one back there with those 4 central pillars. But it was kind of cramped even then.
Yeah, it was giving... You mentioned earlier about the difficulty. There's also, this game is ramping up the difficulty in the way the levels are laid out as they go along. Like, this one's got a lot more non-linear corridors. Like, they're not straight lines all the way through.
Yeah, I think part of the point of this level is that the noise of your firefight is supposed to carry on into corridors, and with the way that everything forks, as you're turning a corner, it's entirely possible that enemies could get behind you, and you might alert them without knowing that they're there. Mm-hmm. That didn't really happen in more of the tree-like structures of earlier levels.
Mm-hmm. Or just the more linear or tree-like. We haven't quite reached full bush yet, people, but that's not to say it isn't going to happen. And just flicking back here, seeing if I've missed one more long corridor, but that's easy enough to get to.
Yep, you have full control over this map. You pilot the camera exactly the same way you pilot the ship.
Mm-hmm. Which is always nice to know. Pew, pew, pew. And he deals me damage and then blows me up, so he gives me 200 shields at the same time. I love this game sometimes.
Yeah, thankfully there's no explicit time limit in this game, so if you get lost, it's not a huge problem most of the time, except for occasional shots like that one. But the rest is just making sure that you don't get turned around.
Yeah.
The only thing at stake is your own pride.
I have pride?
Hmm.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, I am a something awful goon, so...
Well, as soon as we're done cleaning this mine out and blowing it up, we're gonna have to get the janitor to clean these floors. They're filthy.
Yeah, aside from, maybe making sure that the fusion reactor going off doesn't scour everything clean in the first place.
Oh, hey, this room's alright. It's kind of big.
Oh, crap. You know things are bad when they're giving you a free invincibility power-up right off the bat.
Yep, good times.
It's only worse when they give you a free cloaking power-up right off the bat. Oh! I didn't even...
Yeah, that guy.
Invisible enemies.
That's a nice thing about this game. It doesn't outright spam them. It just, puts a couple of them in. Spaced out, so you forget that they're there.
In a way, that's a nice fake out there, You open up the you open up the prison. There's the and you suddenly wait. Where's the hostages? Gotta rescue the hostages. And yeah, I left the invincibility behind just in case I needed it later on.
Yeah,
but
an excellent strategy. But I think you've got probably over 70% of this place cleared out. It's just a matter of finding the yellow door again.
Yeah, finding the right door.
I think there's one more hallway down there. Yeah.
But that's just me going through it for completion's sake, not for.
Yeah, I think you already saw the yellow door earlier. I think it was on the other end.
Yeah, but this is just me going back and showing off this last corridor.
Yep. Gotta get that 100% map completion. There's no reward for 100% map completion.
This is a game so old there's no achievements.
The achievement is you get to go on a web forum and brag to your friends.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, come on. Past me, what were you doing? You knew those guys were behind you.
But yeah, if you think this level is big, just you wait for later ones.
I'm practicing level 10 while we're not while I'm recording. I'm not about to play the game and commentate on video on another screen at the same time. But this level is still on the small side.
Yeah, thankfully, even though they kind of tend you to get lost a little bit and do aileron rolls while you're waiting, they do at least have some memorable landmarks and some variations in terrain so that you can kind of find your way around if you're really paying attention. It's just, it's tough going sometimes, especially when you're new.
Mm-hmm. And me just double checking. I really do like those twisting corridors though, because if you've got the auto leveler set for the game for your pyro, it automatically adjusts to the twist as you go along, which means you're kind of spinning as you fly through.
Oh yeah, they did that on purpose. They knew what they wanted their audience to do.
And the audience loved it.
Yeah, I obviously wasn't around at the time to really appreciate this, but I think this got pretty good reviews when it came out. It was pretty well gotten.
Oh, this game was absolutely adored back in 94, and Descent 2 in 95 was like, yeah, even better sequel. Don't mind the speed saving, guys.
A good time for it.
Yeah.
Because you always know that there's going to be something ready for you behind a locked door.
Yeah, there's that Missile Hulk all the way at the far end there. But hey, you know what's really fun? All your shots, these are actually modeled shots, so they're not going to go away just because they hit the draw distance limit. They're going to keep flying until they hit something. And that smashing you heard was one of the lights in this room being shot out. As you may or may not have noticed, let me get out of the way of those missiles. You can shoot lights in this game. You can basically blow up stuff behind you, or, you know, sources of light. Exit. Am I in the wrong place? Oh boy. Finding the exit. Not finding the red door. Finding the exit. Not finding the red door. But yeah, as I was saying, like, this is a game where it gives you the tools. If you can see it, you can shoot it.
Even if you can't see it, sometimes you can shoot it anyway.
Yeah, if it's, like, really far away.
Yeah, so I think this is probably the first level where you have to do not just a short run that's really hard to do, but a really long run from the reactor to the exit. So you've actually really got to plan out your route, and maybe even fly it a couple of times before you even blow up the reactor.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't always pull that off, because as you can see here, there's the enemy spawners sitting right here by the red key, and move.
Alright, well, we're trapped behind enemy lines now. Now what's the plan?
The plan is very simple. Charge into here and grab the cloaking device.
Yes.
Now, fortunately, the cloaking device has... well, actually, no. Invincibility right here as well. So, I've got both active.
Yep.
Which
Why
means
be
that
invisible when you can be invincible?
Yep. Which is most important because there's a spare cloaking device here. So the idea is simple. Screw subtlety. And most importantly, wait for the cloak to evaporate.
I think that's the fastest I've ever seen a reactor blow up in this game.
Yeah. Although I think this one's actually... like, not all reactors are made equal. So, oh, get out of here. Eee, not that way. Oh crap, this is going to be close. This is going to... holy crap! Can you imagine if I had to fight my way through that?
Nuts to that.
I am out of here! Holy crap, I am not fighting all that.
Ah, you
I am
had
not
8
fighting
whole
all that.
seconds left. Maybe even 10. You are fine.
Yeah, but hey, I was cloaked leaving, so that's always good. See you guys next time.